right, here's a look at rainfall since midnight, reveal the numbers at our official reporting stations, and that's all we got. You may have seen some rain around the coastal bend, but a drop in the bucket in Port A, 3 drops in the bucket, as I like to call it, 300ths of an inch at NASCC. So the Bluff saw the most today by our official reporting stations, but you probably saw actual rain, especially if you were up earlier today when our front was moving through. There were a few pockets, just not enough for measurable rainfall, even as the radar estimates here. A lot of that rainfall more like drizzle, and so those little droplets can be difficult to, one, amount to anything, two, for the radar to really track when we got all of this cloudy mugginess going on, and the fog this morning that was incredibly dense. By the way, we may have some more of that tomorrow morning. It's not quite sea fog, but yes, technically it is. I think with the north winds we're having, though, any that develops into the overnight likely going to be closer to the coast because of those north winds really bringing that influence. But we'll get to what to expect for tomorrow. First, how did today pan out, and what does that set us up for? Well, our almanac shows that we reached a high of 64 degrees today, and you might be wondering, where was it? Because you didn't feel it? Yeah, it happened very early this morning. Our front came through, and our temperatures have been dropping ever since. And while we have had some rain around Corpus Christi, very little, nothing officially at the airport. So at this point, our year-to-date deficit is at 10.6 inches behind. We had a much worse outlook at the beginning of November. Over the past couple of weeks, we've made gains, but rain is definitely welcome, especially at this time of the year where it's officially our dry season, and I think we have some on the way tomorrow. So here's a look, some of the sprinkles that came through with that front. We have been falling from that 64 since about 9 o'clock this morning. It's been very gradual, but the 50s and strong north winds around 20 miles per hour, not exactly the most welcoming weather, especially with such gloomy skies. So as we take a look at the temperatures outside, not a surprise, we are still parked in those 50s. We're cooler toward the coast, warmer in the upper 50s by the inland neighborhoods. But as we head on into tomorrow, I think we're looking at probably the transition to a better forecast as we head on into the weekend. Dew point temperatures help us understand how much water's in the air around us, and they're a little deceiving right now because these 40s look bone dry. That's because our front came through here at the ground level. We haven't really had that cooler, drier air come through above our heads. Notice all the clouds a couple hundred feet above our heads. That's where all the moisture and mugginess is, and I think that's where our rain tomorrow morning is going to start. It's going to be a little more elevated, but as far as mugginess goes, you might be feeling more of that as we head on into Saturday and Sunday, and with that, we're not expecting any rainfall. You'll just notice some warmer temperatures, some un-December-like weather as we head on into the weekend. But before we get there, we've got to get through Friday, right? The overall picture is cloudy for a lot of the Lone Star State, and there have been some showers around the area. We have an overrunning pattern, so this is what I'm talking about. Here at the ground level, cooler, drier air, but up above us, warm, moist air. That's where those clouds are coming from. I think we actually get some rain from that thanks to some help from upstairs. Could start to make some clouds, some rain, and it will be light rain, but I think maybe a little more than drizzle. So we'll take it because today's drought monitor update is not good. We've chipped away at some of the worst drought here in western Nueces County and toward the other parts near Baffin Bay, but we have a lot of work to do. So hopefully with some of the rain we're expecting tomorrow, we can make progress. Showers for tomorrow morning's commute, keep that in mind. And then for Art Walk, we may have periods of rain throughout the day that linger into those plans. Just bring a raincoat with you. I think we'll be okay for any of those festivities. How about the tree lighting on Saturday? Ooh, a different story. 72 on Saturday, sunshine and beautiful temperatures as we head on into the week.